Hey, so I've had some people ask me how we got here. So I wanted to explain some homesteading stuff. You're probably wondering, can I homestead? The answer is definitely yes. But I don't know anything. It doesn't matter. You can learn. You learn as you go. You can read some books. You can listen to some audio tapes. You can learn. You can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. I'll give you a little backstory. I'm not going to go all the way back, but I'll go back a little ways. My family and I were living in a very violent city in southeast New Mexico. Per capita, one of the most violent in New Mexico. I was a police officer. After 11 years, I gave it up. Didn't make my retirement, but chose to give it up. I was in my prime. I was doing great. I was really enjoying the guys that worked for me. I retired as a sergeant 2.5 years. For those of you, you know who you are. I miss you guys very much. Y'all are awesome. And so I gave up that career to move our family to Marshall, Arkansas. Why Arkansas? We had family here. We had visited several times, and every time we came out here, when we retire, oh, one day when I retire, we'll move out there. One day came a lot sooner than we ever dreamed. God opened every door for us to come out here. So I pulled my retirement, cashed in my 401k. I took a big hit, but we believed it was the right thing to do. And we bought a large piece of property that was foreclosed on. The bank owned it, and it was kind of half remodeled, needed a lot of work. My background, I've got some construction background, remodeling, handyman services. I've done it all. So I inspected this property. We came out, we looked at it, and we put an offer, and we got it. We sold our house, bought this big piece of property with a house that was half remodeled, and what I thought was going to take 3 months to finish it out and move in took 7 months. And it took a lot more money than I ever dreamed it could have. And that's just the way it goes with remodels. During that time, my wife got a job and went to work. I went to work on the house every day, and our kids went to school. It was hard. Going from the career that I had, I was very good at it. I was very well known. I was in my prime. I was comfortable. I really was. I was comfortable. I was comfortable in the job, my responsibilities, the city, knowing the city. I was comfortable with the people that I dealt with day in and day out, the ones that I fought, the ones that I arrested. I was very comfortable. And my bank account was very comfortable too. I worked a lot of hours and we were doing very well financially. My kids were not thriving in school. I would come home from shift. I'd lock the door, we'd do our stuff in the house, and then I'd unlock the door and I'd go back to shift the next day. We were surviving, we weren't thriving. Now, it's a year and a half. It's been a year and a half since we've been here. Somehow, I now own 10 Dexter cows. I now own chickens, guineas. My daughter started a business with Great Pyrenees. She's raising Great Pyrenees dogs, and then she's gonna breed them. My son started a Nubian goat business and Nigerian dwarf goat business. He's learning, he's raising them. If I had waited till I knew everything before I came out here and started this, I never would have come. You just got to make that first step. Here it is a year and a half later. Looking back, it wasn't an investment to me, it was a risk, but looking at it now, it was a major benefit, it was a major blessing. But I had to take that leap. It was very, very hard taking a transition from a comfortable life, well-known, well-respected, to a new place and just trying to get a homestead up and running. You may be asking, well, I don't know if I can do it. If you have the heart, if you have the gut, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. There is so much fear in the world today, and I think COVID really kicked it off. But people are afraid of everything. People are afraid of risks. Don't draw outside the lines. Listen to your financial advisor. Do all this stuff. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just saying take risks in life, because in your deathbed, what are you going to look back and say? I wish I'd have saved more, or I wish I would have lived more. If homesteading is a dream of yours, I would love to help. You ask how I can help? I'm not in law enforcement anymore. I would like to volunteer again and help out the community and serve in the community. I got back into real estate and I sell properties. And I've sold several since being out here, and I'm loving it. It's doing really, really well. And I'm seeing a lot of people on the East Coast and West Coast that are saying, I'm sick of the crime, defund police garbage, and that's exactly what it is. The politics, mandates, I want to be free. I want to raise my own meat. I want to grow my own vegetables. And people are doing it. And they're coming out here and they're buying a small piece of land, they're buying properties and they're doing it and they're making it happen. But what I've noticed is the ones that do it, they have heart, they have gut. If you have that, if you have the heart and the gut, you can do it. You may not know this, you may not know that, you may not know this. There are people here that do. There are people in the community that you would move to who would help. If this is something that you're interested in, study as much as you can. Prepare your finances, prepare your family. Come visit. I mean, whatever state you want to be in, whether it's here, whether it's anywhere else. Go visit, check it out, do your homework. But do not get stuck with any kind of paralysis because you don't think you can. Do not let fear dictate your life. There are several people on YouTube that you can watch that are doing homesteading. They're doing rotational grazing. They're butchering their own animals. They're growing their own gardens. There's plenty of people. If you want to learn, you can do it. It may be a sun up to sundown job. You're going to be tired. You're going to be cold. You're going to be wet. You're going to be muddy if you're going to be homesteading. It's a fact of life. But when you put that meat on your plate and you bring that crop and you bring it in and you put it on your plate and you know where that came from, it's a lot like a hunter. Anybody can slap $5 down and buy a cheap hamburger at McDonald's. But a true hunter goes out, harvests the meat with respect, brings it home and packages it correctly, spends the time investing in that, puts it in his freezer, and when he provides it to his family, puts it on their plate, he knows where it came from. So yes, I am a real estate agent. I do sell properties. If you're interested in homesteading and you're looking for a piece of land that you can thrive on, get a hold of me. I'd love to help you.